Hi, Ellie here from PortugueseWithEllie.com, and today we are going to have a beginner's lesson, so that's why I'm speaking English mostly, about numbers in Portuguese. Today, after watching this first video, you're going to learn how to say the numbers from 1 to 10 and some specificities to those numbers. So, números em português is the topic that we're going to have today. But numbers in Portuguese are very simple. They don't have any logic. Um, that's to say, you have to memorize each one of them, but because you have to use them every day, you are going to do that very quickly. So let's read the numbers from 1 to 10, right? Just to get the pronunciation. Repeat out aloud every time I say a number. So let's get started. Um, um, dois, dois, três, três, quatro, quatro, cinco, cinco, seis, seis, sete, sete. This can also be pronounced as sete, like this, without the sound, as in sete, but sete. Oito, oito, or oito, oito. Both are okay. Nove, nove. And finally, dez, dez. Some notes about pronunciation. Depending on the place the person comes from, he or she is going to say to pronounce the number tres as tres and the number 10 as des or des. In my region, we pronounce it as tres and des, and some people might object to that, but both are accepted. And now I propose you a quick exercise. Try and say the numbers backwards from 10 to 1, okay? I will give you 1 second. You just pause the video, say the numbers, and then I will give you the answers. You can look at the screen because you have the answers here, but try to do that from memory, okay? So pause, say it, and then play. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Now from 5 to 1. Pause, play, and let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and do that and record your voice when you do so, okay? Because it's going to help you do that. And you memorize those numbers. And if you want really to practice a little bit more, write down your phone number and try saying it from memory. This is really, you have to use brute force. You don't have any kind of hack or trick that you can use to memorize those numbers. But you have to have attention to some aspects of numbers. Why? Because in Brazil is a very big country and we use Portuguese in many different ways. One of the most important points about number, actually two most important points, is that the number 6 can be pronounced as meia, especially actually when you're giving your phone numbers. So if your phone number is 366, you wouldn't say 366, but rather 366. Okay? And for the number 2 and 1, they actually have a feminine form. So instead of saying 1 hour, hora, you would say, oh, 1 o'clock, hora, you would say uma hora. And for 2, dois horas, no, duas horas. This is very important, especially if you speak Spanish as a native language or English as a native language, because English doesn't have those genders in numbers. And in Spanish, you have just the number dos for both of the dois and duas. Okay? Keep that in mind when speaking the numbers. And now, if you want to go a little bit further, like up the ante a little bit more, we have the numbers to give you the orders in Portuguese, those números ordinais. And números ordinais are like first, second, third, fourth, those numbers in English. And in Portuguese, they also have to be memorized. There is some relation to the numbers, like the common numbers that we use for calculations. But here, um, you have to memorize that much better, okay? Brute force, remember. Sometimes we have to use sheer brute force. Now, uh, I included here a small phrase for each one of those and four numbers, and then we follow without those things. So, o primeiro aluno, o segundo dia, o terceiro irmão, o quarto livro, quinto, sexto, sétimo, oitavo, nono, décimo. Again, you have to repeat that. You have to memorize that. And every day, if you can, record yourself while you're doing this lesson here. And then after you finish, listen to your own recording to memorize it because your mind is going to say, hey, I know this already, okay? And then if you want to do the session again, go backward, and then you can do that again. Now, just one quick thing. As I said first, when we talked about numbers like uma and duas, they have masculine and feminine genders, and the words, the ordinal numbers, is that how you say that in English? I don't remember. But the numbers that express order, like first, second, third in Portuguese, all of them do have masculine and feminine. So instead of saying the first time, a primeiro vez, you wouldn't say that. You would say a primeira vez. And here we have a very weird Pikachu, very sinister Pikachu, falling in love with a banana. So, and it's love at first sight, amor à primeira vista. Hmm? So, that was a lesson for today. Do you want to learn more? Do you want to mm, learn different things in Portuguese, like conversation, how to say hello, and stuff like that? Go to www.portuguesewithali.com, meet me, and we'll continue learning, ok? Então, muito obrigado e até a próxima. Tchau!